Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubrali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Over 14 kg of suspected cocaine found in commercial aircraft at Toronto Pearson. We are not there yet. Metrolinx CEO still unable to provide opening date for Eglinton Crosstown. Niagara Health issues warning about scam involving fake employee. Judge orders largest cash seizure in YRP history after Toronto area human trafficking bust. Southwestern Ontario hospitals facing $480 million class action after patient data breached sold on dark web. Toronto police thwart carjacking in Etobicoke. Suspects sought after being captured on video punching women several times in Brampton store.
Those were the headlines and let's jump right into the detail.
The CEO of Metrolinx said Thursday that he still can't provide a date for the opening of the long-awaited Eglinton Crosstown LRT, although the transit agency plans to give the public a heads-up 3 months in advance. Phil Worcester, the head of the provincial transit agency, has committed to holding updates on the project every 2 months and on Thursday confirmed that an opening date for the Billergird line has not been finalized. "We are not yet there," he told the Metrolinx board of directors on Thursday. "We are making sure everything has built right and operates correctly and safely, and our contractor CTS is finding issues that must be fixed before we can open." During the last update at the end of September, Worcester told reporters that new problems online were being discovered weekly. At the time, he said Metrolinx had a really good idea of when the line will open, although he would not confirm an opening date in 2024. "We all have a sense of urgency and commitment to open the railway in a way that operates safely and reliably," Worcester said Thursday. Construction began on the transit project in the summer of 2011 and was originally supposed to be open in 2020. When Metrolinx failed to meet that target date, officials indicated that the project would be substantially completed in 2022, but CTS, the consortium building the line, missed that deadline as well. A group of Southwestern Ontario hospitals is facing a potential $480 million class action lawsuit after at least 270,000 patients in the region had their data breached and reportedly sold by hackers on the dark web. The breach was detected on October 23rd, targeted Blue Water Health, Chatham Kent Health Alliance, Eddie Shores Healthcare, Hotel Dieu Grace Healthcare, Windsor Regional Hospital, and Transform Shared Service Organization, which operates technology systems for the hospitals. The lawsuit was launched by a patient of Blue Water Health but is being filed on behalf of all Ontario residents who were or are patients of any of the 5 hospitals. A statement of claim obtained by Awaz News argues that the hospital fails to adequately protect patient records. The statement of claim goes on to state that the patients are enduring serious and prolonged mental distress as a result of the breach. The defendants did not employ adequate or effective cybersecurity measures, which resulted in unknown individuals illegally gaining access to their computer network data, digital storage, digital files, and computers, the document alleges. The information which was invaded, included but not limited to personal health information, is highly sensitive and personal, and a reasonable person would consider the invasion to be highly offensive, causing anguish, humiliation, and/or distress, it continues. The social insurance numbers of 20,000 Blue Water patients were collected during the attack alongside name, addresses, phone numbers, dates of birth, and reasons for visits to healthcare facilities. Any patients who registered for treatment after February 24, 1992 was compromised. A group called Dixon Team has claimed responsibility for the breach. In November, the hospitals acknowledged the data had been published on the dark web after they refused to bend to ransom demands from the hackers. A number purported to be in the millions. Those claiming to be responsible have since said they have sold the full leak of stolen data. A statement of defense has not been filed in the civil proceedings. When reached for comment, the hospitals issued a joint statement confirming they had received the lawsuit. "As this is now a legal matter before courts, we will not be commenting. Please visit our website for updates on a cyber attack and restoration of services," the statement reads. Lawyer says hospitals failed to protect information. The Ontario Provincial Police, alongside the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, has also launched a criminal investigation into the incident. Speaking with Awaz News, the lawyer for the plaintiffs, Mariel Dahab of Dahab Law, said to Awaz News that while the hospitals were victims of breach themselves, they ultimately failed to protect their patients' information. The ultimate victim is the patient, not the hospital, she said. It wasn't the hospital's information that's been leaked out here. In preparing and serving the lawsuit, Dahab said she heard from many of the affected patients. Dahab said that ultimately the parties are hoping their action can help others think more critically about data protection. We are hoping that this changes the way people are looking at data, taking it lightly and depending so much on IT companies to protect them from liability. She said, "You protect your data." A scam involving a fake hospital worker in Niagara region has triggered a warning from officials who say the fraudster has tried to steal the personal information of at least one person in the area. In the news release opens a new tab. Niagara Health System NHS said the scammer called an individual while pretending to be an employee and asked for their name, social insurance number, date of birth, and address. Niagara Health does not call patients to confirm that type of information and would never ask the patient for the SIN number over the phone, the hospital network said. In an email to Awaz News, the Niagara Regional Police Service said they received a call about the scam just afternoon on November 24th. At the time, investigators said the male received a call from a person posing as an employee of the hospital who asked the personal information. The public is asked to be cautious and wary of anyone asking for personal information over the phone, police said. The hospital network said the only time it will ask for the SIN is in cases involving the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board, and when that happens, the information is processed in person. If you receive a call you think is suspicious, Niagara police say you should trust your intuition. Always verify who is calling. Don't be pressured. Stop, take some time to process what you have been told to see if it makes sense. As a trusted friend and family member for their opinion. If you are in doubt, call your local police service. Officials are asking anyone who receives a similar call to contact police at 905-688-4111. Toronto police say members of Ontario's carjacking task force thwarted off-vehicle robbery in Etobicoke on Wednesday. In a news release, police said officers were called to the area of Queensway and North Queen Street near Sherway Gardens at 10:23 p.m. for the robbery call. Police said the victim had parked his vehicle in the area when a suspect approached and assaulted him. The suspect, identified by police as Louis Hodge, 35, of Toronto, allegedly attempted to steal the victim's vehicle. However, members of the Provincial Carjacking Joint Task Force (PCJTF) arrived on scene and arrested him. Hodge is charged with robbery and possession of a property obtained by crime over $5,000 in connection with the alleged incident. Co-led by Toronto Police and the OPP, the Provincial Carjacking Joint Task Force (PCJTF) was launched in October in response to what has been described as a rise in violent carjackings in the Greater Toronto Area. This collaborative approach aims to disrupt the networks responsible for violent and high-risk auto thefts and maximize enforcement efforts against criminal organizations, police said in a news release. Hodge was scheduled to appear in a Toronto courtroom on Thursday. A court has ordered that a Newmarket, Ontario man arrested in 2021 human trafficking investigation forfeit $4 million in cash as part of his sentencing hearing early this month, marking the largest cash seizure in York Regional Police history. In an Ontario Court of Justice hearing on November 16, DeLeon, 39 of Richmond Hill, was sentenced to 2.5 years in jail after pleading guilty to charges of procuring, advertising sexual services, and possession of proceeds of property obtained by crime. Justice Amit Ghosh also ordered that $4 million seized during Leon's arrest be forfeited, police said in a release issued this week. York Regional Police launched the initial trafficking investigation dubbed Project Yoni in November 2020 after information led officers to believe that an organized group of suspects operating a company called Moon Waiting VIP was involved in human trafficking throughout the Toronto area. Nearly a year later, YRP, working with the Toronto Police Service, Peel Regional Police, the Ontario Provincial Police, and the Canada Border Services Agency, executed 20 search warrants in the GTA, charging 6 people, including the primary suspect, Lewin, and seizing $4 million in cash from the Richmond Hill, Ontario residence. At this month's sentencing hearing, Harold Lay, 42, was also convicted of materially benefiting from sexual services and received a 15-month conditional sentence and probation. Another accused, Gia Zilli, 50, received a conditional discharge for possession of a property obtained by crime under $5,000 and was given 18 months probation, police said. In its release, YRP pointed anyone who believes they may be a victim of trafficking to a national hotline established through the Canadian Centre to End Human Trafficking for Victims and Survivors. The number to call is 1-833-900-1010. Over 14 kilograms of suspected cocaine was found in an aircraft at Toronto Pearson International Airport on November 3, 2023, according to the Canadian Border Services Agency, CBSA. The CBSA says that Border Services officers examined a commercial plane arriving from the Caribbean when they found 12 rectangular packages in the plane's rear cargo hold. A field test confirmed that contents were suspected cocaine. Another great seizure by the Canadian Border Services Agency team at Toronto Pearson, Lisa James, Regional Director General at the Canada Border Services Agency in the Greater Toronto Area, said in a news release they work around the clock to make sure illicit drugs don't cross our borders, keeping Canadians safe. According to the CBSA, the seizure accounted for an estimated $1.8 million worth of narcotics. The CBSA said officers in the Greater Toronto Area made 49 cocaine seizures between January 2023 to the end of October 2023, with a total weight of almost 245 kgs. The RCMP was contacted following the November 3rd seizure and took custody and control of the evidence.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.